Hello and welcome back. We're here playing Victoria 3 as Punjab, or Giga Punjab. Last episode, unfortunately, we discovered that the Great Britain had somehow managed to restore themselves to major power status, so we had to re-kneecap them down to minor power. If you notice here, if they're below 925 for an extended period of time, they become a minor power. What we did from them is we took Chile, South Africa, we transferred these to ourselves. But the reason why they are able to maintain their status is actually kind of annoying. What they did is they continue to do is they have barracks in this area of the Congo, which is, by the way, there's zero market access to anything, and they have them with military barracks with really good PMs, except there's no access to any of the goods, and so they still contribute, like they're just hemorrhaging money and they can't support this, and the units aren't any good anyways, but what they get is they get the full army power projection that, you know, this 8 confers, and this contributes to their prestige, and it's allowing them to maintain great power status, and or not great power, but major power status, and it's a bit annoying. It's a bit frustrating. Like, you should only be able to do it if you can actually support the goods, and they can't. And so this sort of thing. Also, they can't do any construction, they can't fix their economy, they can't do anything. They're stuck in the Falkland Islands right here. These are the Falkland Islands. That's where Great Britain belongs. They are the British Isles now because Punjab has taken, you know, the Punjabian Isles right here. So we'll be continuing on. We got this kind of big war with CSA Austria, except no war is a big war anymore because we're just rolling through. We even made the huge, you know, tactical decision to forget to use squad infantry because it doesn't matter, which is big nice. Forgetting to use squad infantry, do it every time. This will make your runs way easier. Sarcasm, by the way, 100%. No comments. No comments in the comment section. I tried doing no squad infantry and I got rolled. We are also going onto aviation as well. We'll probably do tanks next. Again, none of this matters too much. I guess if we were really trying to crank up as much as possible, we actually should be going in the tech. We probably should be going antibiotics because the last level of health institution would be pretty nice. Or we could go analytic philosophy, the ultimate bait tech. Actually, I'm not sure if this is a bait tech. It gives you a better PM for your universities at a point where you've already researched everything that's important. So, is it useful? Let me know. I think it's not, but... Alright, we're getting a little wrecked down here. Maybe Dewan needs to have a little bit of a come out. I don't think Austria is going to be the one to land us. So, why don't we just send this guy down here to deal with this? And then we'll have, I guess, we'll make sure this guy is patrolling the coast here. And where's, whatever, it probably doesn't matter. Secession in North Africa, you don't say. Where is it? Is this the secession? Maghreb uprising? Cool. Cool. Just in time for 1.3. 1.3 might be out by the time I put this video. Probably not, but we'll see. Getting some battles going, not doing too hot. We maybe have to land the CSA, which is a bit annoying because we sent all of our landing squads into Austria, which is probably a mistake because we don't actually need to enforce on Austria. They do have a war goal on us though, to liberate Sion, so maybe this is fine, maybe it's not. Yikes. Big, huge defense. Maybe we should just be on defense. It's trench v trench. See, if someone was smart and had managed to turn on squad infantry, this would be really easy, but we weren't smart and we didn't turn on squad infantry, so it's not. And so maybe we're just supposed to defend here and wait for this front to push through. I guess we are probably supposed to defend. Now, of course, you cannot queue a guy switching over to defend front, so you actually have to wait for the battle to end, which is, of course, big nice from a user interface perspective. So this guy will be endlessly pushing the front, and there's nothing we can do, because we can't queue defending. So we just have to wait and just watch this, just look at it, just stare at it like it's a goat. That's a Men Who Stare at Goats reference, if anyone else understood it. I mean, we're having some convoy problems, I guess we'll just solve them. Any place that has negative infrastructure, yeah, let's go, baby. I mean, this solves the future port problem, right? Probably unnecessary, probably not efficient, but it is what it is. We are going to probably get a landing off on them and probably push off. And we want to switch this guy to defense. Let us switch him. Let us queue actions. He's currently engaged in battle, I understand. But I want to queue him switching to defend front. That way I can look at something else and don't have to feel like I have to watch this to wait for the battle to end just so I can do this. Victoria 3, please. Give us this UI change. Also let us queue naval invasions. That would be great. If we did that as well. But we don't. We don't queue naval invasions. Not allowed. We have nobody defending. We have sent the man him out himself. Ranjit, he's on the offense now. He's out for blood. He has been the defender, the stalwart defender of the home territories this entire time. But now we no longer need defense. We're all offense. It's probably a mistake, but it also speeds things up. Makes it a little bit less consistent, and we have to pay a little bit closer attention, which we're not about that life, but of course this battle never ends. Speed 5. It is going real slow. Might have something to do with the 12,000 construction, but that's also, that sounds like propaganda. Industrial boom. Boost our industries further. Oh, we did float extra authority. We're going to spend that. And we can finally switch to defend front. Well, the place we're going to use it is we're going to encourage manufacturing in specifically New York. And why New York, you might ask? Because New York has the 20% throughput on these power plants, which is big nice. And now it's going to 100% throughput. We're getting colonial exploitation, trade unions. Oh, it's so juicy. We're going to take a screenshot of this. On New York, 100% throughput. So it's like we have double this amount of buildings, effectively speaking. And they also get 20% extra electricity output. So a huge honkin' weekly balance. Just absolutely insane. Best power plant ever. Of course, this negative convoys means it doesn't get to transport the electricity back, which is why we kind of had to solve the convoy problem. Kind of also don't need to do anything, though, at this point. Ooh, we can build cotton somewhere and opium somewhere in the Himalayas. We can make a decision. I guess our people want one thing, and it's opium, so we'll do that. We'll also take a look at resources. Can we build any? Oh, we can! Himalayas! We can build a few more chop chops. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see the chop chops. And we get our triple naval invasion here. So that'll be good. That'll be big nice. Once these guys pull off of this front to deal with the naval invasion guys, then we will push in. I think that this will go through. Yeah, it should go through pretty comfortably, except for not this one. This one's not comfortable at all, but the other guys will get in. The other guy will maybe send to land the CSA somewhere. CSA has gotten a little bit of trouble. The problem is we don't have enough combat width, actually, is the real issue. Because despite this being incredibly wide, it has to be fought in one state at a time, so we can only bring, you know, a small chunk of our guys to bear, which is, of course, you know, good military design here. So we get a little bit of a front split here, so we'll, why is this guy defending? Well, we'll move him to this front to offending. He will be on the offended. We'll move this guy over here as well. Oop, meant to move him to the other one. That's fine. Or it's kind of fine. We'll pause and we'll fix. We wanted him here. There we go. That should be good. And now they will probably have to pull guys off of this front, which this is the front that can push easiest because it doesn't have to push through all this mountain terrain. I mean, that's true. We have so many guys there. I guess they have a decent amount of troops there too. These guys we gotta watch. We're gonna re-land with them somewhere else, or whichever ones are gonna fail, because a couple of these guys will fail. We will lose some men, but this is the way things go. And it looks like they are starting to pull guys off this front. Not a lot yet. We'll take care of all that. And our guy does get in over here. And I think that Diwan Nalwa, we will have him stand by so that we can use him to do a landing. We're actually, have we dusted up this front entirely, basically? I really wish, so I wish I could queue this guy going back, because he's involved in the battle, he's leading the battle. I could queue him going back, that way we could use him as a landing. It was fine, I guess. So we're gonna have this guy stand by, we're gonna send him back. Dwan Noa. We want to send this guy back. Because the 108 guy, we want to take care of it. Dwan Noa. But I guess we'll just find a couple other guys and look to... We'll stand by with this guy, and we just need to find one more guy somewhere. Probably not too big a guy. We could probably find him over here, can't we? Yeah, let's do this guy. Okay. So we'll now land with these three guys. So Buma's the biggest, so we will use this, and we will land down here with Buma. Buma Singh. Buma Singh. Yep, there we go. And then we will land with down here in Georgia with Dewan Bagini. And we will actually pause because we need them coming in at the same time. Dewan Bagini. Or actually we can do it with the Kapoor guy, the new guy. Kapoor Nawa. Dewan Balgini might be in Bagini. He's in Central Asia, so he actually can't land like that. So now the last one will be Shir Bengi. And this guy we will move, I guess, somewhere over here or something. And they pulled guys off this front, so now we will switch to offending. Gotta offend the opposition. Never let them know your next move. And we will get some landings on them over here. Just looking to boost the GDP to 3 billion, except it gets to 3 billion anyways. Let's go, baby. This is kind of the main reason for doing this war. Also, we're just kind of waiting until we can war against the UK again. This is actually the biggest reason. We have a truce with them that is going to be up in June of 25, and so we'll be kind of doing that. They have an alliance, but we also have a truce with Egypt, so we will just have to wait. Our Ottomans side with Sardinia Pied once? You don't say. We should be able to push in through here, but Austria is notoriously hard to push because this mountainous terrain. I don't know, I'm not super familiar with terrain and stuff, but I know that like pushing through this specific province is like god-awful, and it's just like you get super gummed up, and so of course can't move that guy over. Can move this guy, but then I guess we'll just try and finish this out and knock them out of here, though. Looks like we finally get a little bit of dirt, and looks like we're pushing some more dirt, and we're about to get 2 landings, and so I think that will put us in good shape. We are getting decent war exhaustion, but can they enforce on us? No, because they have to hold the capital, and they want all this stuff. So we should have one guy defending, but it's a little bit faster if we don't. I don't know. It's probably a mistake. Now we're going on the offensive into trench with trench. Jesus, this is terrible. But these other guys are doing okay. We would want to switch all these guys to defense, but of course we have to wait for a battle to be over. They're trying to push into us, though, so... Yeah, we have better PMs, slightly. And our queue is finally starting to empty, and so let's just try and first look if we have any resource industries. Nope. Any agriculture? We can build out some agriculture. Why don't we build... Let's see, the rye farms, which is more profitable, the rye or this? This stuff is, so let's just expand out all the cattle stuff. Which makes sense, grain is becoming an inferior good. I have a feeling this is bugged and shouldn't be going up that high, so I'll leave it to it. It should auto-fix itself. Should, famous last words. Why don't we put you into here? So you can push the other side, and then we will take a look at some industries and try and see if we can make anything look profitable. Power plants are reasonably good, but we want to just keep pushing them up in New York a whole ton. But it looks like we need some infrastructure in New York, so why don't we just do some of this? We'll just add 30 railways, and then at the back we will add, of course, more power plants. We'll get them up to level 600 or something. It's gonna be big, nice. We'll look Are these not really profitable? The electronics industries are kind of getting there, so... we'll do some of that. Tooling workshops aren't terrible, but they're not awesome either. Stuff in general just becomes very not profitable as you run out of natural resources, which is the current state of affairs. We'll just expand in Punjab for the arms industries and probably never build another one again. So that'll be fine. And now we have 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 construction. Oh, no, there's the 3. It ruins everything. We get in here. We get our landings, which is pretty nice. We will move some guys. Well, actually, we won't move guys off that front. That's kind of whatever. But now we'll be able to enforce a little bit faster. We'd kind of take a white peace with Austria because we don't have anything to enforce on Austria, and Austria wants out anyways. But since they have a war goal, they won't leave, I guess. Or maybe they leave. We'll see how things shake out. But 3 fronts is nice. Big nice. Big nice. Looks like we're pushing through here. Pushing through here. Are we even pushing here? No, we're not. Maybe this guy's the one leading the charge. Jesus. It's not ideal. Austria gets enforced on. And so now we just need to move everyone over to the USA fronts. So let's do that. Why is the use... what happened? Oh, I clicked commanders? Okay, cool. They should really want to not do this anymore. We will need to put Illinois as the war goal, I guess. As well. We'll leave the other guys at home, I guess. Forgot we do need to do this. Because that is both one of our war goals and is also the capital. So they'll just push in that direction. After this, we will remember to turn on the squad infantry. Not that it really matters. And it will almost be time for military aviation, which is good. What's our unemployment look like? Big, huge unemployment. No peasants. Tons of unemployment. This is because we have fully built out all the agriculture and there's nothing for anyone to do. Which is kind of a bit of a late game problem, but it is what it is as well. There's nothing for anyone to do except make more tools. We will push, I guess, some economy scale throughput bonuses. Something like this. And clothes is actually something we kind of want to push. So something like this should look pretty good. We'll keep the construction queue going for a little bit. Looks like the auto queue's got like a lot of electronics industries, which actually we'll be needing more of anyways when we go to squad infantry, so maybe we should be bringing those on up. We are kind of bringing a lot of them up though. Where has the most labor? Alright. We'll do that, and then we'll do the same with this. And North Bengal is going to need a whole lot of railways, so we'll put a bunch in. Oil. It's not the children, it's the oil. The children of the oil. Don't want to incorporate either of those. But we can build more oil now. Yay! 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 These fronts are getting all kind of funny. Don't like that. Don't like the funny fronts. But making progress. Also making bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes. I think in theory we should be raiding their convoys, but I don't think it's also a big deal either. Just getting a push on. I guess maybe we'll send these guys over to work the fronts where there's no one on it. something like this. They can't enforce us below 0 because they don't have our capital, so it wasn't ever really like close or needing to be too strategic about it. What is this about? Oh, they have like an uprising? Okay, Burmese mass migration, fair enough. We don't really need more pops because we have so much unemployed, and there's not much we can't really, we're having a hard time making jobs for them. I guess maybe we could just expand construction, I don't know. That seems wild, but a little bit of a construction minigame here, I guess. Something like that. Go up to like 15k or something. Just like the good old days, the 1.0 patch, where you just get like omni huge, super easy with like no friction, and the AI would never construct anything, so you'd have to just build everything. Cranking up here though. GDP per capita is not even that high. We're number 2 worldwide. Terrible. Who is the higher SOL than us? I guess a lot of guys do. A little rough. A lot of unemployment. Hey, Afro-Brazilian uprising. Let's go, baby. Get that bread. Okay. Do you want to give up yet? No, you don't. You'll barely take white peace. Whatever reason. I don't know why you think you can win this. Maybe we just need more landings. Nawab Baghini is North Africa, or this South India, sorry. They're both South India. Well, we'll send one of you back to India, and then this other guy we will land on California. So Nihil Singh something. Just open up another front, basically, and then the other guy's defending in case we get landed. He'll be able to handle the front, wherever it is. Military aviation, let's go, baby. Look, I'm a bird. Look, I'm a plane. No, I'm Superman. We're gonna, I don't know, put 40 of these at the front of the queue. You generally don't need too many war machines, though. Especially when you're just on planes only. I guess we could go antibiotics. It's gnat spreading. Actually, it's gnat spreading to us. Maybe we don't care. Maybe we just go tanks. People want only one thing, and it's tanks, I guess. Did we not click the right buttons? Oh, we have to go concrete forts first. Yeah, let's rip the dream. Ahead of time on all the mill tech. Hyper inefficient. Let's go, baby. Come on, give it up. We're at 12. Echoes of revolutions? Alright. Sure, we get all our people on radicals, which actually might be easier for us to pass Council Republic. How many people does this it doesn't radicalize the landowners anymore. It only radicalizes the landowners. Maybe we can go Council Republic now that this guy has changed. The duel? Alright, let's see it. This actually matters. Armed forces. We do not want to do this. We should stop it. We do not want to lose our radical guy who's semi-okay with the idea of us going Council Republic and is not going to rev our radical industrialists. And again, I think I mentioned it last episode, but the reason why we want to go Council Republic is the investment pool is really good in the early game. It's really weak once you have a huge GDP because it gets modified by this -0.3 modifier. So the money, you actually hate investment pool. It's actually bad. It's getting hemorrhaged from the economy. To be honest, we actually should just put all these back to privately owned to get rid of the capitalists because this would cause more money to circulate in the economy. I guess this is something to do, right? But let's swap them all back. Because aristocratic ownership is a little bit better. Well, actually, is it better now? It might be better now. We'll swap back all the farm stuff. We'll save ourselves some clicking. It mainly matters for these. It will fire some pops, but from ownership jobs, this should be fine though. Alright, there we go. Oop, rubber plantations too. Those are also owned by the aristocraties. The aristodaddies, know what I mean? They are getting enforced on very slowly. You want us to take Texas, California, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Kentucky, and Illinois? Is this amenable to you? No, it's not. Okay, sure. Wee woo, wee woo. The ambulance is coming for the CSA. They are getting gutted. Wee woo, wee woo. This will all be over shortly. That feeling when speed 5 is slow as hell. We could just delete all our construction centers so it goes faster. This is actually something we could do. Considering I think that is causing a huge chunk of the lag. Because it's like trying to render all these buildings. That's why we also can't zoom in. When we zoom in, it renders the buildings. We don't like that. I think I'm going to install a mod after this run to just get rid of that if possible. I just don't want it to mess with achievements, so I think maybe on non-achievement run I'll try it out. I'm like scared to load up mods for that, one of those on any achievement run for that reason. Will you give it up to us now? No? Dude, bro. Now? Come on, my guy. You have to know this is like super uber over. You haven't the slightest chance in the world. Everyone's headed to the capital. We could actually just switch PMs right now mid-battle and we'd still enforce on them, I think. Not going to do that, but we could. Doom, 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 doom. We've had the regular Victoria 3 like soundtrack disabled for so long. Maybe we should just kick it back in. Let's enable it. And let's also enable the old Vicky too. Keep the music on intense. But get a little bit of old vibes, you know what I mean? There's no one on this front. Unreal. No one on that front either. Also unreal. This hyper intelligent front splitting by the AI, right? It's like determined to like dick you with the front splits. This is supposed to be the intense one. Come on, is this really the intense song? The Queen is actually amused. She's amused that she's in the Falkland Islands is what she is. Let's take a look. This is the capital state of Great Britain, the South Atlantic Islands, aka the Falkland Islands. They are using 320 infrastructure. This is the only thing that Great Britain has, basically. I mean, they also have this and a smattering of other little islands. But she is really amused. The Queen, despite all this, she's in good spirits. The Queen is she's actually amused by this. You might think she's not, but this is what peak amusement looks like. Also, we don't have a queen here, if I'm not mistaken. We have this guy, William of Hanover. Terrible. So, yeah, not Victoria. But she's amused. She would be amused. Where did it all go wrong, Queen? Yes, Queen. They still won't accept? Wild. What a time to be alive. Dude, we have half the country, man. Just let us have the rest. We have a movement to preserve parliamentary republic. Hopefully this movement does not radicalize, and we can just go council republic, boy. Let's go. Because then we can actually... We don't get to play on council republic that often, even if it is, like, really strong. Because usually we don't want AI to have the relationship malice, because we're trying to do the small ball 25 infamy stuff, because we just like it more. But here we've got high infamy, and it's not even an optimized high infamy, it's like a high infamy with consideration towards the goals of, like, subjugating the UK. Which we've been having problems with, obviously. But now that they're exiled to the Falkland Islands, it's not too much of a problem, is it? Surely you'll accept a peace deal now. And we absolutely gut them. Look at this. The beautiful borders of the USA. We'll have to take a screen of this. Never seen more beautiful USA borders. This is the best timeline. Alright, we're gonna use our buttons. We'll reset all the PMs everywhere, and we'll incorporate all these states, but not New York itself. And we will swap over the PMs to everything. Squad infantry and flyboys. I guess we'll swap these to squad as well. We'll swap these to dreadnought. Sure, why not? We'll put all this, we'll make sure they're all subsidized, because swapping PMs does not swap subsidized on newly conquered states, which is obviously the best thing ever. And then we'll need to expand all these resource industries. Oh, we got so much new resources too. Let's go, baby. We'll also need to delete all these barracks. Luckily, the USA does not have a lot, and by the USA, I mean the CSA. Let's go. Oh, please let us take these out of the queue. No! Not the corn. You can't make us build all corn. We won't let you. No, not the corn. Victoria 3 players want only one thing, and it's not corn. Just gonna look to get max throughput on this. Actually, let's not. Let's also make sure that the tobacco gets to 51. 41, that's 40? No, that's 51. And then we'll do the cotton. And we're just putting this in initially because we can control this now. Because the resource industries will be whatever they are, you know what I mean? We'll 51 this. And then we'll put the rest in cotton, I think. We'll put it on auto expand, and then we're gonna add some more construction to the queue to help clear up some of their lack of construction ability. Something like this. Partisan papers. Partisan as heck, yo. Communist Party, let's go. Let's go, baby. Alright, so we've sorted out what all the agriculture, like, from this area is going to look like. Ooh, not in Tejas, we haven't. Unfortunately, why are they building so much maize? Please stop. Why can't we cancel it? No, we don't like it. We don't like it at all. It's really inefficient. We did presentations on this in school. We're just going to 51 the cotton, and then put the other one on auto expand. I think sugar is going to be better. Something like this. And then we're going to need infrastructure in all these places, probably. We're just going to take a look at their infrastructure. Yeah, it's not ideal. Do you not tell us? Oh, they're isolated. Well, we're going to put in... That explains a lot. Let's build some ports. And let's add some infrastructure where needed in these places. Yeah, France is importing engines from us. Yeah, you better import engines from us. Look how much money we making. 2.4 milli GDP. Oil's the future. You thought it was the children. Nope, it's oil. We do want to... Alright, this doesn't count as India, I don't think, for the thing. And it's relatively not a crazy looking border. We do want to declare wars. I guess we could just take a look. Who is the biggest minor power? Why are you coming back up, man? So we have to annex Little Boyos to raise the average state thing. So why don't we just conquer the Truco Coast? That seems gratuitous. Oh, also, did we swap over? Yeah, we did swap over the military. Cool. We swapped it over. But yeah, this might seem like overkill, but this is fine. The pacifist huge general. Let's go. Wow, we are just making hand over fist. We just need more construction, don't we? Let's build it in America. I mean, it's just gonna make us lag more, but so be it. We're speed 5 and through. We're trying to anyways. When is our truce up with the UK? Things to know. June of 1925, 23rd of June. So a couple more years. We are annexing little guys because what determines the value necessary for them to what they need to get above is based on either an average or relative to the biggest person's prestige. Our prestige is absolutely massive, so what's going to inform is they're going to have to get over a percentage of the average GDP of all countries, and when you eliminate countries from the map, you raise the average if you are eliminating small countries. Also, there's a ton of oil in the Trucal states, so this is another good thing. So we will just be coming after them, then we'll be like coming after... We're just going to be annexing as many small little powers as we can. I think on our way over... Like Azerbaijan, we'll clean up some of the border a little bit, and we're going to be preferring this to like something like, you know, taking from Russia or taking from Austria, stuff that would actually kick us up, because I don't know if we can take, this is unfortunate. We're going to support them and just try and push through this, but this is going to be big annoying. It also might cause enough people to be, yeah, it's also going to radicalize the landowners now, or sorry, not the landowners, other groups. Specifically, it's radicalizing the industrialists, which might be enough to cause a rev. We'll see exactly how that goes. You know what? But we can weaken them, can't we? Or we weakened them a lot when we swapped all these off of publicly traded. We significantly weakened the capitalists, I think. Yeah. It'd be like that sometimes, you know what I mean? Picking up what I'm putting down. One day our guy will get there. This is actually ungodly slow now, though, even on speed 5, because the lag. I'm sorry for my toaster, everyone who's still watching. We're here for the toast. We can toast it. Notably, coming on up on education access because of 22% education access from the 10% throughput with the Mosque of Djenne. We're collecting them all. Actually, we could collect them all. We could just annex Papal States for Lazio here for the 100 authority. This would probably be decent. And then we would also have to go and take Beijing, which is... it's not part of the strategy of decreasing the average or increasing the average GDP, the average prestige. We get max health institution. Let's go, baby. Oh, we can't even upgrade it. How much is it to upgrade an institution for us? 3K. Let's go, baby. So now let's find... Oh God, we have a ton of stuff in reserve. It doesn't matter, though. Madras, are you on... Everyone's on telephone switchboards, so let's just up this. Oh, we can actually use... Alright, which ones have the worst? Bombay... That's probably overkill. Ace officer, you're telling me. He gets flying war hero. Guns and steam? Hell yeah, brother. We'll take the prestige, actually, because this raises the average prestige by a little bit, which is maybe enough to do something. Social Democratic Party wins. Hopefully, the Communist Party did alright. Our kingdom for another communist, though. We now have a 3% success chance instead of 1%, though. Big nice. Is it worth doing a naval landing here? Probably not. Probably not. And why don't we put a bunch of resources in the queue as well? Ooh, where can build sugar? Just Texas? Ooh, West Virginia. We didn't even look at West Virginia, did we, for the agriculture? Let's have you go all sugar. No corn. We hate the corn. We hate it. Oyo's been embargoing us? Tell me something I don't, Oyo. Ah, ha, ha. Well, we have a bunch of resource industries now, courtesy of these guys, so we'll just, you know, get on it. This way the auto queue knows IQ knows to build more infrastructure. Had no idea how that one was gonna go. So I think we'll go after Nej next, because again, they do have oil, and it's a pretty easy one. Just looking to raise the average global GDP of every country, which makes it harder for Great Britain, because I will have a brain aneurysm if Great Britain somehow manages to become a major power. So again, it would be better for us to like take stuff off of GPs and like do bigger wars, but more money, more problems. I forget which one I think that we don't want to make the trade unionists are happy with us, I think. We don't want to lose, we really don't want to lose the trade union bonus though, but we'll take this. Because we don't want the industrialists to rev, which they might if we upset them enough. Oil's the future, yay, we get more oil. Let's look at our prices, we haven't looked at those in forever. Look at this. Oh, okay. Look at this furniture price. We could probably export it. I mean, we haven't actually looked at a trade map in forever. The game doesn't even want us to look, it just bugs out. Also, our people don't demand very much furniture, so we could export small arms and tools and steel and everything. Not that, I guess. People are people start embargoing us as soon as we start exporting to them. You love to see it. Well, Spanish is the last strongest person who's actually like trading with us. It's kind of funny. Really just trying to click the buttons, to be honest. Will you accept defeat? Yeah, you will. Alright, time to hit him with the smacky wacky. That's already incorporated. Big nice. We will conquer Nej, and we will also conquer Hale. We'll make it primary just in case they weirdly are able to back down. Is there really no front? There's visibly a road that travels from here to here, and you're telling me there's no front. That is awesome. Spectacular. Visually, there is a road. You see this road? That's a road. It's a road. It does road things. It's going to take so much longer for us to annex them as a result. Oh, they're uncertain. Why? Because they're getting annexed. Yep. Luckily, we have 3% chance of passing Council Republic, so that's nice. We cannot fill out our queue, unfortunately. We really want the queue to be full, even if, like, they weren't building anything. The reason why is it's creating demand for construction goods, which is helping prop up our economy, and we are making it gobs of money, and we don't care about this anyways. So we are just trying to create buy orders for goods by doing this, more so than anything. So we're building in places that have a ton of turmoil, aren't incorporated, like this sort of thing. Just because we know the resources are never bad. It's tremendously inefficient, but we're just trying to maintain our queue. You know what I mean? You picking up what I'm putting down? Alright, cool. Of course, gonna need a bunch of railways in all these places. Lej sides with Nej. Wonderful. We will annex them as well. Of course, pause, so we could. We're gonna conquer state Lej. We'll land them both. We will land them both! Beautiful, though. We get 2 birds with 1 stone. You'll love to see it. Saving game. God, that's probably going to take forever. Autosaves are real, though. The realist. I hate how the autoqueue is building so much electricity. Can you just build it all in New York, please? I guess we just need to do some of this. Okay. I don't have a problem, I swear. This is actually a solution. Not a problem. One day, we'll get through this. We'll get through it together, to be honest. What have we even done this episode? I guess we fought the CSA. Escalation's continuing. Slowly but surely. I do want to show this entire run contiguously, but like, it's going so slow now. And I know why it's going slow. It's going slow because we have 13k construction, but I just can't bring myself to delete it. It's so bad. We should just like delete all the construction and then just like get the achievement and then be on our way. But like, my soul cares. I only care about one thing, and it's fucking construction. We have over 1,000 construction centers, 13k construction. I mean, we should, if we're trying to absolute min-max, we actually should build more construction centers at this point, I think. Probably not, actually. Well, actually, we should also be going after big fries instead of small fries like these guys. Maybe we do just delete the construction. It also gets particularly bad when you have a huge queue, and I think it's because it's keeping track of all these art assets, like here. Which it wouldn't if I got a mod that didn't do this. But I think if it's zoomed out, it works a little bit better. Goes a little bit faster. We're super close to also being able to puppet. Maybe it won't be this episode. Maybe it'll be a really short next episode that we do this. You can still back down. It's not against the rules. I mean, I know you're not going to, because you're only uncertain, and people never back down if they would be annexed now. Which is super rare. I think I've had it like to happen 2 or 3 times since patch 1.2. And that's it. And then their backing down was probably a bug. Of course, Council Republic decreases in debates, but we're just going to keep on trying to pass it. Actually, no, we're not. Just kidding. You know what we're going to do, though? In order to try and boost up the Intelligentsia, who are the communists, we will add a whole bunch of unis. Something like that. Just level 300. And then we need to do a naval landing. We actually need to do 2. Why don't we land with our big boy, Jasamal? We're actually going to do more than 2, though, but we need to do 2. That should be sufficient. We need to do the second one to enforce on the hedge. So that's what that's about. SOL is almost back to where it was before we incorporated a huge, enormous amount of pops, even despite the huge unemployment. How much are we paying out in welfare? Kind of a lot, right? But I think we can afford to add like 50% to it, right? Oh, and we just added way too much bureaucracy. I think we can afford this, though. More dependence income, more enfranchisement, less workforce ratio, but we have a ton of unemployment, so lessening the workforce ratio is really not too bad. Unfortunate. This also makes it so we can build the gold mines, I think. Tejas. Gold mines. The autoqueue was already picking them up. Yeah, we're still making a cool 3 milli. Get a proletarian revolt. Or Parmese proletarian revolt against Austria. Why'd we zoom in? Mistakes were made. The world is on fire. This is peak US, by the way. You may not like it. Peak US. Absolutely disgusting, BORDERGORE. I don't even know where that capital is. Is this, it's in Virginia? Or Maryland? Virginia, yeah. We live in a society. Okay. 3.5 billion GDP. Look at this line, it's still like straight up. Hats off to the construction sectors doing work. Making sure we have literally not a single resource available to extract from the earth. And by I mean literally, I mean... Okay, now we have literally. Is that not? Okay. Let's go, baby. Is the other landing not gotten in yet? Rip the dream. That should be relatively quick over there. I wish when you full occupied, you just finish the war. Like when you full occupy everyone. Jasamal hasn't landed yet. Or he's occupied with what little army they have, yeah. But that would be a nice adjustment, I think. Breton secession. We could help out. Not about that life. I think we're about just waiting. Just chilling. Could even do like a time lapse. Look, there's only 3 GPs left. Austria, North Germany. North Germany, we can shut off their GP status by just taking this. I think would cut them. It would deny them market access and trading and access to half their country. And then Austria, like similar, we could just cut a line through them. Russia would be a little bit harder, maybe. But they're also the closest to being down a notch. And Great Britain is... Yep, so this number has gotten higher as Great Britain's kind of made a little bit of a recovery. I don't think they can make it in time. They are at the Falkland Islands, at the end of their rope. And then we fully occupied in Lahej. So we'll probably enforce on them relatively quickly, because guys don't like being full occupied. We're making 3 million, or 4 million, despite all attempts to not be making anything. But the extra 150 universities might do something. We actually want them to be liking us a little bit more, so we'll try that. Oil's the future, it's not the children. The joke never gets old. Okay. How long until we can do Council Republic? Again. Or attempt... Okay, 8 months. We're about a year out from being able to puppet Great Britain, and so we will not do anything rash. Oh, we need to go after Kutch, though. So we're just gonna puppet them, I think? They managed to get independence from the UK. Because the UK has no army and can't do anything, which makes sense. That's unfortunate because we were wanting to declare war on Kutch in order to enforce. So I guess that'll be our next one. We'll just grab Kutch. That way we can form the full India and not like half India or whatever. Just look to get this through. We don't need, oh man, we don't need to fill out the construction, but we want to. We especially don't want corn. Okay. So Texas, can Texas make corn? If it can make corn, we want to make sure it doesn't, it can. Damn. So we're gonna add some here. And we've also added an enormous amount of, the synth plants are probably okay now, yeah? So we're gonna add a bunch of them. And then we'll use our handy dandy smacky wacky button. And we'll delete any barracks. And we of course need to subsidize the railways because they will never be subsidized. Nej, will you be so kind as to actually give it up for free? No. So we will also just look to vassalize Kutch. I think I already said that, so that there's a chance they just back down, and then we will be straight shooting towards the UK. But I think that's going to be next episode. We're going to just finish this war up for this episode. For this episode, it's going to have been the best USA timeline. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. We're unmanifesting their destiny, as it were. Surely you'll accept now. Alright. Let's go, baby. And we will use our buttons. Yay! State actions. Reset PMs. Boop, boop. Incorporate both. And find any and delete any military and make sure that this is subbed. And find and delete any military and make sure that the railway is subbed. Alright, so this has been the episode. We had a little bit of a war against the CSA, mainly just looking for resource grab. This is peak way to take resources from the CSA, going Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Kentucky, Illinois. Let's just talk about it briefly, I guess, because it's kind of funny. So New York's probably the best state in the game because they get the 20% electricity throughput, which is really big, nice, which is why we have a level soon to be 750-ish power plant in New York, but it also gets hardwood and also the shipyards, which is kind of okay, but the really big one, Statue of Liberty, which is giving us 27% migration attraction. Pennsylvania gives an enormous amount of resources: 120 coal, 57 iron, 30 oil, and also a big chunk of logging camps. West Virginia is decent, but you're mainly taking West Virginia so you can get into Kentucky, which is giving you a whole bunch of coal and iron, and then into here, which has the most lead out of any state, and also a decent amount of coal. And then Texas is pretty good, 50 oil rigs, some other resources, and a ton of arable land. And California, also similarly, a ton of arable land, and also 50 oil and some other resources, notably 12 gold as well, which is pretty nice. And so this is why we butchered the USA like this. Specifically, we weren't looking to kneecap them as much as possible, which probably would have involved trying to envelop their capital instead. So instead, just drawing a line. And instead of taking this and this, we would have gone like Missouri, and I guess we couldn't create a circle around Illinois, but that's the goal. Or that would be the goal. Actually, we probably would have gotten Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky, Missouri, Iowa, and Wisconsin, and just create a circle around the capital to deny market access, something like this. But we didn't need to do that. We just, butchered them. Next episode, we should be completing the objective because our truce is almost up with Great Britain. And so what we will be doing is we will be... truce is almost up with Great Britain. What we will be doing next episode is we will be going after Kutch first at the start of the episode, and then we will be puppying Great Britain. As long as they don't find a way to, get 300 or so prestige out of nowhere, we should be able to puppet them. They will be eligible, and then we will get the Empire under the pun, as well as forming India. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button, and have a good day.